What's in a name? Tracing identity after marriage. Marriage, a new journey, a new home, a new family. But must it also mean a new name? For generations, women have been expected to change their surnames after marriage. But have you ever stopped to ask, is this required by law? Does any religion demand it? Or is it just another unchallenged tradition? Today, we'll explore history, law, scriptures, and even examples from matriarchal societies to ask, what's in a name? What Indian law says. In India, changing your name after marriage is purely optional. There is no legal requirement to do so. Article 14 guarantees the right to equality before the law. Article 19 guarantees all citizens the freedom of speech and expression with reasonable restrictions imposed by the state, as it cannot be absolute. Article 21 guarantees the fundamental right to protection of life and personal liberty, stating that no person shall be deprived of their life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law. But if you choose to change it, here's how. Affidavit. Declare your intent and details of old and new name. Newspaper ad. Publish in at least 2 newspapers, regional and national. Gazette notification. Apply to publish your name change in the official Gazette of India. Update documents like PAN, Aadhaar, etc. Remember, it's a personal choice, not a patriotic duty. Now let's look into it from religious point of view. Hinduism. Contrary to popular belief, Hindu scriptures do not require women to change their names after marriage.
सम्राज्ञी की श्वशुरे भव, सम्राज्ञी की श्रश्रवाम भव, ननांदरी सम्राज्ञी की भव, सम्राज्ञी की अधिदेव.
The bride is honored and welcomed as a queen, not renamed. No rule says she must take her husband's name. In Vedic times, women like Gargi and Maitreyi were respected scholars known by their own names and not because of who they married. Name change is not scriptural. Christianity. The Bible doesn't instruct women to take their husband's name either. A man shall leave his parents and unite with his wife. So technically, the man should be doing the changing. The tradition of taking the husband's name came from English common law, not Christianity. Early Christian texts focus on love, partnership, and spiritual unity, not surname standardization. Islam. In Islam, women are actually encouraged to keep their father's name to maintain lineage. Call them by their father's names. So, no, Islam doesn't ask women to become someone else on paper just because they got married. So, why do women change their name? Let's try to understand the rationality behind it. A man and a woman sharing a surname means they are husband and wife. It makes sense. Or maybe not. Because siblings also share the surnames, so same surname does not necessarily explain that a couple is married. Historical roots of name change. The tradition of women taking their husband's surname isn't religious in origin. It's legal and patriarchal. In medieval Europe, under a legal system called coverture, a woman's legal identity was absorbed into her husband's. She could not own property, sign contracts, or sue. She was legally one with her husband, so naturally she took his name. It wasn't about love, it was about control and inheritance. Over time, this merged into social norms, and even today, many assume that name change is what wives do, even though the law and religion never required it. So is this process based on religion? No. Law? No. Logic? Not really. Patriarchal mindset? Very much. Why did we particularly mention patriarchal mindset? To answer this question, let's understand the matriarchal systems. Now let's flip the lens. In matriarchal setup, does the man change his name after marriage? Not at all. In fact, even if the man moves into the woman's home, it is only the children who carry the mother's surname. Example, Khasi and Garo tribe, Meghalaya, Nayars, Kerala. So, should women change their name? You can change your name if you want, but you are under no religious, legal, or moral obligation to do so. If you love your surname, keep it. If you want to hyphenate, go for it. If your partner wants to take your name, even better. Marriage should be about shared lives, not sacrificed identities. So next time someone asks, did you change your name after marriage? You can smile and say, no, there is no law, just pressure and I can handle it well. And for those who insist it's tradition, remind them. Traditions evolve, just like identities. Your name is not a problem that needs solving. It's a story worth keeping. In the end, I would just like to say that in our culture, we call God by the name of their spouses, like Mahadev as Parvatipati and Parvati as Shivpatni, Narayan as Lakshmipati and Lakshmi as Vishnupati. And they are also named by the chapters of their lives, like Himavan's daughter, known as Shailputri, Kartikeya's mother, known as Kandamata. So why do we want to make one identity look bigger than the others? Keep your name, keep your voice. What's in a name, you ask? Your story. That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.